So we finally made it to the studio. I've been bringing my stuff up and down from my car, parked right in front of the side entrance, and I'm on my second trip. And I just needed to sit down to just relax for a second because it is a lot of work. I'm all the way on the eighth floor. Not that it's a walk up or anything, but it's just packing up the car, bringing it up, and then unpacking it, and then going back down and doing the same thing. It's just tiring. But once I unpack the cart, just now, I just have one more trip and there's not that much left in the car anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But I think after I'm done unpacking it for the third time, I'm gonna go find some food and some coffee because I desperately need both. And then come back and then start organizing a little bit as well as painting my tables because I bought two very large tables from Facebook Marketplace because I needed extra workspace and I was not willing to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Sorry, I thought somebody was there. I am not willing to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on office furniture or studio furniture. Also, I'm having a hard time calling my space a studio instead of an office. Like, this is definitely not an office. I don't want it to have that like stiff office vibe, although this is a co-working space. I want to make it more of a studio vibe and more of a creative space for myself to run my small business, but also just to be creative and have fun. So, anyways, I'm gonna finish unpacking and then go do the final trip, unpack that, and then go get some food and some coffee. And once we're done doing that and eating and replenishing our energy, we will start organizing a bit. I did already unpack the first round and started putting things in their place, kind of. I already rearranged the space to be exactly the way I want it to be. The space that I have is 494 square feet to be very exact, and I measured every single inch of this space and drew it out on a notebook. And then I measured all of my desk stuff, all of my furniture, everything, and I literally arranged it in my space um, by the inch. I don't know if anybody else has curly hair that watches my videos, but my hair is my hair is looking pretty nice today. It's like one of those rare times that my hair looks good and I'm not going anywhere. I'm just about to sweat it all out and it's gonna be like greasy and grimy and I'm gonna have to wash it again. Fine. Let's just admire the nice curls today. I love how I distract myself. It's amazing. Yeah, so I already unpacked that first round and kind of set things to where I kind of want them to be. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So if you want to do a quick tour of my space, it's 494 square feet to be extremely exact. And so this is the hallway, very creepy. There's nobody else here. It is currently a Sunday, and yeah, I'm the only one here. But anyways, this is the door, and it there is carpet, and I don't like that, but it's okay. Um, my one worry about the carpet was that I make candles and the wax could spill on there. So I had asked them before signing the lease if they have an issue with that, like me damaging the floors possibly, and they don't care. They also don't care because as a tenant, when you sign your lease, you also have to pay for a restoration fee, which because I did an 18-month lease, the restoration fee was $500 on top of the first month's rent. So yeah, they basically said you can damage these as much as you want. You could put whatever on the walls. You can paint. You could do whatever you want. And you already paid to restore it, so we're all set. But anyways, so there is carpet, which I'm not like a huge fan of, but it's fine. It'll be fine. I also don't like these ceilings, but it's also fine. I don't plan on using the lighting that they provide. I'm going to get like lamps and things like that to use whenever the sunlight is not so good. But anyways, so you walk right in. This is my stuff. Here's all my candles. There's this section right here, like a little nook where I have my beverage fridge and then the microwave. So I actually hired movers to move all the big furniture yesterday because it's just too much for me and my boyfriend. We also have a baby, so we couldn't exactly move all of these things through a U-Haul efficiently. So they moved all of these bins and then all of the very large furniture pieces because it was very heavy. And now I'm moving all of my actual like candles and things like that because honestly, I don't trust anybody with this stuff. I don't want anything to break. I don't want any issues because this is a lot of money. This There's a lot of value in my candles and just like all my products that I sell. But anyways, so this is the microwave and stuff. The movers actually gave me this. Apparently, they did a move the day before, and they were like builders, like contractors or whatever, and they didn't want their microwave, but it is in perfect condition. I just have to clean it inside a bit. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take a free microwave. Why not? And then we actually already had this beverage fridge at home, and we never used it. We have a loft, and we put this there so that way we can just put like wine and beer and stuff and hang out upstairs. But, then we had a baby, so we stopped going up there. So now I have it here, and it's gonna be of good use. And then I have my cube unit here. This is actually the flimsiest unit I've ever had in my life. Like, look at this shake. Look at this shake. First of all the screws are in tightly. It still shakes. So I think what we'll do is toss it, and then I have this unit here. It's like the two cube unit. This one is much better in terms of quality. You can tell the difference by the outside wood being much thicker than the inside versus this one. It's literally all the same width, so it's not sturdy at all. But anyways, we're gonna get rid of this, build this, put it here. I might get like shelves to put here, like maybe two, just to store some things, some extra stuff, maybe snacks or whatever. But yeah, right now I just have like cups and then some utensils. I went to the dollar store and I bought a ton of cleaning supplies that I might need. This is like a bleach spray. I know it's not the best thing to inhale, but I just want my space to be clean because I obviously make things for people, handmade. So I just want my space to be really clean. These are actually hand sanitizers that I got from a thrift store, which sounds weird, but there's this place called Restore in upstate, and they sell basically like furniture. Basically a furniture thrift store. And for whatever reason, they had an entire box of foam hand sanitizers that were only like $2. So I got two of these because, sanitation. And then I just got some wipes. I have magic erasers. I got Dawn soap and Brillo pads. So that way when I'm cleaning out my wax pictures, I have that stuff. And then I have a little bin here. And then I have this bucket that I'm also going to use for cleaning out my wax pictures. So I bought this toilet cleaner. Don't be afraid, but I feel like this will be really easy to like clean the wax pitcher, you know what I'm saying? And then like I can clean this off and dump this in the bucket, and this could just be like a good way to, I don't know, like store this. But it's not for cleaning toilets, I promise. This is literally for cleaning my pictures um, in a more efficient way rather than me sticking my hand in the pitcher and then getting like residue all over my arms and stuff. So this is just another one of the foam things. Um, yeah, that's like all that stuff there. But anyways, moving on. So this table here and that table are the ones that I got from Facebook Marketplace. They cost $50 each. They're 36 inches by 66 inches, so they're very big. The only issue is that aesthetically, I mean, this is like a cream color, but I did buy paint meant for like furniture and stuff like that. So I'm gonna paint the tops of that one and then the tops of this one. I'm gonna repaint the top of my desk because it's a little stained up from candle dye that I had used at one point. But I'm gonna paint those just so they're fresh and also very clean because they were very, very dirty. Like there's still some dirt on there that I need to wipe off before I paint, but they were very, very, very dirty. Like so much dirt. I had to wipe this so many times. But yeah. Also, the other issue is that the people who had these tables before, they had heavy machinery in the center. So this is Formica, I guess, and it forms to whatever weight you put on it. So there's a slight dip. They're warped a little bit. There's a slight dip in the middle. So I put this unit here. This is from IKEA. Currently empty, but drawer system. So I put that under there, and that's kind of leveling it out. And then this one, you can see the warp kind of a little bit. So from IKEA, I bought the 2x4 cube storage units, and I bought one for on this side, which will lift this side of it, so it'll go right underneath, and then that can be just extra storage. And then I bought another one to go on this side, which will be extra storage as well. So I think that'll be perfect. I also needed a shipping station too, so I can use that extra cube storage for shipping supplies and stuff. But this will also be my cutting station for sewing. Once I clean this all off, obviously when I paint this, it'll look more efficient. And then also when I get the IKEA units and put them under there, it'll look really good. And then over here, I have my two metal shelving units from IKEA as well. This is going to be where I store all of my candle fragrances. And then I think this one will be where I store some of my sewing supplies and just like maybe some backstock for my sewing supplies. I may need, or just like finished products maybe. And then I have some storage over here that I can maybe use for that too. But there's also all this space up here, especially like above my sewing station. So they gave me this desk as a part of my lease, which is nice, as well as a chair. So this is the chair that I'm going to use. I do need another one. This I'm not dragging it back and forth, but for now this will do. So this is the desk that they gave me as part of my lease, which perfect. I don't need to buy one. And now this will be my sewing station. I think what I want to do is get a pegboard for behind this, maybe on this side too. I can hook up all of my stuff for sewing, so it can be like my threads. I have all of my threads in this box. And then I have some more stuff. This isn't the only one. I have a couple more in my bins, but I can put my scissors up there and just organize everything very efficiently. And then maybe put more shelves up there for extra storage. I'm not sure. But I do think I'm going to grow out of these very quickly. But for now, they work. So we're going to deal with that. This section over here is going to be my candle making section. So I also bought from IKEA a 1x4 cube storage, and basically my wax melters will go right on top. That way I can fit the pitcher underneath and pour the wax in, and then I'll have storage from the cubes underneath. So I think that'll be good. I was thinking about putting shelving above, but I'm short and this is 36 inches. I cannot reach the wall, so that won't work. So that's what we're going to do with that. And then this should give me plenty of space. Like I should be able to reach perfectly. And then I could just come over on this side and pour the wax in, or like fill up my wax melters with more wax. So I think that should work out good. And I'll have all this space to work with. So I think it's plenty. Maybe eventually I might get one of those like kitchen metal tray holders. You know what I'm talking about? It's like what they use at like bake shops, I think, where it's like the really tall unit, then you could put the metal trays in. I think that might be really good for when I'm done making maybe a certain fragrance. I can put it inside that unit and have them all kind of come to room temperature, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like solidify here. That way they're not in the way. I could clean up the space. I could always make more things, etc., etc. So we'll see. Moving on, we have these two really big windows here, which is great. It lets in really good light. Today, not so much. I think it's because it's the afternoon, so it's a little bit darker in here, but it's still pretty light in here. I don't have any lights on, so this is just pure sunlight, which is good. I have all of this storage here. I have no idea what I'm going to do here at all, but extra storage is always welcome. I have these like corners here that I want to utilize somehow from Amazon. I bought like these corner shelf things, which now that I'm looking at it, this is kind of short. I don't know if it'll fit perfectly, but I bought like these shelving units that they're not units. It's just these shelves that they fit right in the corner and they're rounded and don't go here and then on that side. And the idea is that I'll put plants on there. That way I'll have some like nature vibes in here. And then there's this center wall here that I think will be really cool is if I get maybe like a neon sign or something of my shop name. and I put it here. I think that would be dope. And then this side, I have my actual work desk. Eventually, I'm going to get a work computer and put it here. My computer that I have at home, it's fine. Like it works really well. I did get it for my business, but I didn't realize how much storage I would need. And I don't know if I can upgrade it. I think I might need a terabyte of storage, but yeah, I don't know. I have to figure that out. But anyways, my computer will go there. I have to figure out space for my printer, but this will be where I store all my different types of papers. So like all of my like sticker papers, my label maker. Eventually, I have to buy a new label maker too because mine broke, or I don't know if it broke. It's just not printing right. I bought a cheap one because I was just being cheap, and now I'm suffering for it because I can't print my labels. But well, I have to use this printer, but that's annoying to waste paper. So, anyways, I'm gonna store all of my office stuff here. So like labels, all that stuff, and then I have to figure out a space for the Cricut as well because it doesn't fit on that shelf. So that'll be another thing, another project I figure out. And then, yeah, here I'm going to put shelving units that I got from Wayfair. They're the shelves that you drill in at the top and then they look like ladders. So the aesthetic is kind of like this, where it's metal, like white metal, and then the wood. So there'll be 4 units here, which should equal exactly 96 inches because I measured it. Well, I measured this, but then I also added up the 4 shelves that I bought, which are 24 inches wide. That's 96 inches. It should fit perfectly there. And that'll be where I keep all of my back stock. So it could be aesthetic, but also functional, you know? And then over here, I have this unit. I do have a 3D printer at my apartment that I haven't brought over because it's heavy and delicate. So I plan on putting it there, well, on top of there because that's where it was at my house. So my heat press is there for now. Also, we have these huge cabinets here, like they're ginormous, and I'm going to use this to store. Well, I'm going to use one part of it to store a lot of my fabrics, which I don't really have that many of, but this will be perfect for that. There's the bottom ones too, which offer plenty of space as well. And then I have this side, which I have some of my vessels in, and then the wax spill is disgusting. And then I have extra space down here. So plenty of storage. I feel like I can put all of my raw materials in here to save space everywhere else. But yeah, great storage space. I love it. This was part of the reason why I wanted this space because of this. And then these are all my bins with a bunch of stuff in it. I have a lot of my fabrics in there, just some of my materials. And then, yeah, I'll have this whole entire wall that's empty. Eventually, I want to get like a tiny love seat with a rug and a little coffee table just to have a little like hangout area. Maybe I'll want to do some work there, like on my computer, whatever. I think that'll be a great space. But yeah, that's everything. I'm gonna unpack this finally and then go grab the last trip of stuff and then go get some food because I'm hungry. Also, I got this little cheap mic thing from Amazon, and I don't, I don't really like the sound, to be honest. And I'm sorry if the sound isn't like the greatest quality ever. I do think it's a lot clearer with the mic than without the mic because right now with the vents going, I tested the sound without the mic and it doesn't sound good. Like you can hardly hear me. So, and I know I look crazy with the mic being right here, but I had it like up here when I was doing the little walkthrough, and yeah, it's kind of loud at times. So I apologize, but hopefully this is a little bit better. Uh, and we'll just see how this goes. So I'm just gonna unpack this second load and then go get that third load, and then yeah, go get some food. Like I said a million times already. need more space for candles for now, just to store them here. I'm gonna put all of my stationery stuff maybe over here eventually, and maybe get some bins to properly store them here. See them all, display them. I don't have enough books to put there. I also don't think that that's a good use of space to just store books there or put decor. So yeah, maybe stationery will go there eventually once I like fully stock on everything. This is my disgusting bin of sewing stuff, just like scraps and random things that eventually I will need to go through. For now, she will be in that corner. Last set of my notebooks here. And then I just have my bin of my tote bags and my spreadsheets, which, where will you guys go? I think I'm gonna just throw them underneath my sewing table. Oops. That works. Alright. Now, we finished the second load. Now I'm gonna get some catering so we can get the last load. Alright. My trunk is a mess, but this is basically all we have left, which isn't very much. I'm gonna try and do something dangerous and prop my phone up, so hopefully nobody robs me or my stuff. I have some of my wax mounts here, and I just have my greeting cards, and I think that's it. Final round, not too bad, not too bad. So I wanted to paint, but of course the paintbrush that I bought was not the right one. So this is what it looks like. I'm missing the little plastic thing that goes on this. That way the sponge can attach to it. And I don't know why I didn't check that. I just thought, I don't know what I thought. So I can't paint the tables like I wanted to. That kind of sucks. I'm the type of person that once I set my mind to something, I want to do that thing, and if I can't do it, I get very upset. So I just need to figure out what's next. What I should do is unpack my candles and organize them, and then look at the order that I received on my website. Someone placed a very large order, which I'm super grateful for. But it's like very unfortunate that it happened during the move. So now I have to like sort through everything and find my stuff. So I think what I should just do is unpack, organize everything, put things in their respective places, and then from there, figure out what I need to make this order. I need to have it come out. I need to send it out by Wednesday. I already bought the shipping label, but I scheduled it to send a notification for Wednesday. So that way that's like a full like couple days of processing time, which should be enough time for me to actually get things in order kind of, and then also get their order out. So that's exciting. Also, I don't know what had happened. I've been doing a lot of like SEO work on my website and like redesigning things and kind of like redoing some of my product photography, but I haven't been actually promoting my website too often. But then I started getting a bunch of orders. I got one order. I know that that one was from a woman who had stopped by my booth at one of the pop-ups I recently did because I saw the town that she lives in and it's a town that's up here. Yeah. Then there was like two other orders that came in day like back to back on different days, but like they were all back to back. And it was just shocking to me. One was from Massachusetts, which isn't too far from here, but I was like, I don't know anybody in Massachusetts. And then there's another one from LA, and that one was a very large order. So they ordered like 11 items. They were probably doing their holiday shopping or something like that. So they just bought a bunch of things, which I'm super grateful for. But yeah, I should just start organizing. So maybe I will just prop you guys up somewhere and then you can watch me organize. In a future video, when I have more of my furniture, I can show you guys me setting up. But I think setting up my studio is going to take a couple videos just because things are going to take time to come in, and then, organizing stuff and building some of the furniture. Eventually, I'll like to start working on decorating, which I think could be its own thing.